What's up, everybody? Yours truly, me, Shayham. What a crazy week. Like, it's just been like, I don't know, one thing after the other. I'm still trying to woosah, right? But anyway, 20 black pastors and leaders met with the president. Lots of backlash from that meeting. Lots of comedians and pastors, preachers coming out with a lot to say. We'll tell you about that. Also, Lamar returns to professional basketball. We have that. And Lebron James says there's only one person that can see him in the paint. Is it you? We have that for you. All coming up on the Gospel Rollas Report with yours truly, Michelle Hamilton. Make sure you join me. Don't go anywhere. Audio Jungle. Lamar Odom is crediting God as the reason why he's able to return to professional basketball. Boy, you know that's true. Somebody was truly praying for you. Even his doctors admit that it's a miracle that he's still alive. LeBron James, the NBA icon and new Los Angeles Laker, is held by Christians and others for opening a new public school for at-risk children. The I Promise School, a brand new public school in Akron established by LeBron James Foundation and the Akron Public School, is now open for its historical first day of school with the inaugural class of 2401. Congratulations, LeBron. Christ is the only person that can stop him when he's guarding the paint. You know what's interesting? You can tell by the way he plays that he actually believes that. Crazy.
Pastor Gerald Scott, I've had the honor and privilege to work with then candidate, now President Trump, and to observe him behind the scenes and have a number of personal conversations with him. And people ask me, why do I defend him so vociferously? And I say it's easy for me to do because I know him. And he's shown me his heart, and I know he has a heart for all Americans. And I will say this administration has taken a lot of people by surprise, and it's going to surprise you guys even more because this is probably the most proactive administration regarding urban America and the faith-based community.
The 20 black pastors and leaders had much backlash.
Every time Donald Trump has a black person out, it's specifically for photo ops. I don't care if it's a rapper, an actor, a comedian. I don't care if it was the presidents of black colleges. And now I don't care if it's black preachers. And if you do get an audience in front of the king, your charge is to do what your vocation is to speak truth to power. That's what you're there for. I don't care if you're John Gray, you're more interested in churches ticking than church. You were supposed to tell that man, how do you go and have an audience in front of the king when you know families are being separated, when you know immigrants are being turned away, when you know racial hatred is being stoked, when you know it's harder and harder for black people are being treated roughly by the judicial system, and he turns the other way. A black man saves some people in Waffle House, nobody says anything. The reason that Trump meets with black people like you in public is because he doesn't fear or respect you. You're supposed to be a lion of Christ, not a lamb of Trump.
Now, while I'll be the first to say I didn't necessarily agree with everything that was said and done at the table, however, I do agree with the one thing that Dr. King said, which is we cannot influence a table that we are not seated at. And on another note, what are stories throughout the Bible of people who wanted change from their powerful leaders, and they met with their leaders and they had no power but prayer, and how prayer and just the fact that they showed up and God worked in that, and we're hoping for that outcome. So to all the leaders, the pastors and preachers that went out to the meeting, I just want to encourage you and ask you to walk in boldness. This is not the time to back down because God can work in those meetings. Audio Jungle. Faced with a lot of backlash for attending the meeting, John Gray decided to come out and speak to his congregation right after the meeting as to why he attended the meeting.
Along with a number of other leaders from the African American and Hispanic communities were invited to the White House today to speak with the president about criminal justice reform and identifying ways where churches can partner with helping to reacclimate nonviolent offenders into the workforce so that we can stop them from going back to prison, getting them jobs with benefits so they can provide for themselves and their families, breaking multi-generational poverty cycles. And while I was there, I was asked to pray for our president and our nation. And I did that.
More and more celebrities, even radio personalities, are joining a band against the NFL.
Challenge accepted. I think that's a great idea. Instead of being outraged, let's do some outreach. Instead of buying Madden, how about just donate that $59.99 or $64.23, whatever the hell it is. Instead of buying Madden, how about donate that money that you would have spent on Madden to Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights camp? I think that's a great idea. You know?
My grandmother used to always say she'd rather see a sermon than read a sermon any day. Colin Kaepernick was honored by the Amnesty International with their Ambassador of Conscience Award.
It is the people's unbroken love for themselves that motivates me even when faced with dehumanizing norms of a system that can lead to the loss of one's life over simply being black. Seeking the truth, finding the truth, telling the truth, and living the truth has been and always will be what guides my actions.
Colin didn't kneel in protest of a song or a symbolic piece of fabric, but he knelt to bring awareness to the human rights still being denied to people of color.
This is an award that I share with all the countless people throughout the world combating the human rights violations of police officers and their uses of oppressive and excessive force.
That's your Gospel Rollas Report. Please let us know what you think of this video. Please share this video, like this video, and of course, for more Gospel Rollas news, please subscribe to our channel. Now, leaving you on a high note, here's a video that I ran across that really ministered to me. Check it out.
And God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. You feel alone even though the people surround you. Popping pills every night even though you know they can't solve it. The emotional pain, it just seems way too heavy. Your mind is racing, wanna scream, somebody help me.